It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Thank you for coming to the show. As you always know, I always tell you the same thing. You could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Today's show, we got some hot topics going on. I got to keep it 1,000 with you guys. What's going on today is what? We got Disney. Stop the steal, basically. We got a couple of things going on right now. What we got? We got Disney. Stop the steal. $233 million Disney is ordered to pay back their workers. They basically were not paying their workers the right way. They basically were undercutting. Judge saw that, ordered them to pay the money back. Sad story in Disneyland, ain't it? Wonder if they're gonna make a movie about that. Also, what we got going on is the border wall sellathon. Is Joe Biden and this current administration selling off parts of the border to try and undermine what Donald Trump has planned for our country, as far as building up more border, as far as building up more wall, as far as trying to secure and put up more wall? Is that what they're trying to do? Just a question that's being asked. This and much more on today's topic. Oh, also this just in, breaking news. Mass shooting in Baltimore this morning. Today's Wednesday, December the 16th. Yes, mass shooting, we're going to be covering that as well. We also got some other stuff as far as like follow-ups from the Wisconsin shooting. We found out who the shooter was, and now we're going to bring you guys up on that information. Looking forward to speaking to you guys and running these videos and doing what we normally do. On our way to a positive 25,000 subscribers. If you like the content, like I always say, please like, share, subscribe. When you do the notification, it really lets YouTube know that you like what you're seeing, and we can get it to more people. So let's go. Let's run it up.
Super sanctuary policy and is vowing to try to thwart it as President-elect Trump calls on President Biden to stop selling off portions of the border wall.
And what they're doing is really an act. It's almost a criminal act. I'm asking today Joe Biden to please stop selling the wall.
Yep, here to discuss is retired Border Patrol Chief in Yuma, Arizona, Chris Clem. Chris, first off, on what San Diego's doing, they say, well, we're worried about the illegal immigrants who might be abused in some way, that might be afraid to come forward. But that's not the point, is it?
No, that's not the point. They're putting up hurdles and blocking the administration, the incoming administration, and their enforcement efforts. But look, the very people they're trying to protect, why don't they take a page out of...
All right, so I'm glad he paused right there, because I have a question. Do you guys feel like this is sabotage? Do you feel as if there should be pieces of the border wall getting sold off? Do we need those pieces of the border? I mean, because right now, I don't know where this truck is headed, but it could seem like they're trying to, sell off pieces of the border and things like that, and, make us unsecure in the efforts to try to do what his plan is. There's a couple of different angles that you could look at this from. If you're bipartisan, you'd be like, well, maybe we need the money, or possibly, we don't need that scrap metal or whatever, or it's not even important. If you're going to build a wall, just build your own stuff and have them, go there and take care of it. Also, there is another part of this that I may have to show you guys right now, because this may continue to do this. And if it does, I may not be able to show you the remainder of this video. It's been a little sabotage going on for the last couple of days, but I've got more on this topic and I will read it. I'm going to run this again and see if I could get it to go. It's probably going to be a commercial. But
Incoming Border Czar Tom Homan is slamming San Diego's news. The point is it?
No, that's not the point. They're putting up hurdles and blocking the administration, the incoming administration, and their enforcement efforts. But look, the very people they're trying to protect, why don't they take a page out of, I never thought I'd say this, New York City, and find ways to cooperate with Tom Homan and DHS? Because if you are a non-citizen, if you're an illegal alien, and you are a victim of a crime, or you can help the government prosecute, there are protections that we can give you so we can get those that are exploiting you.
So these are pieces of metal. This is border wall. This is all U.S. steel that has been placed in preparation to go up. And to be honest with you guys, and to be in all fairness with you, this has absolutely really nothing to do with a specific president. This has to do with surplus and what we as a country should have on hand if we're going to be doing this as far as securing our border walls. I'm going to give you him a little more information to give you guys, but then I do have some information on the other side that is very pertinent that I feel that you need to know.
You and exploiting the system, prosecute. How about some compassion, some common sense here, San Diego, versus trying to throw up hurdles and roadblocks, keeping integrity out of law enforcement?
All right, so now you're splitting the screen with pieces of the border wall fence. Now, there's some reports that it's not usable. It looks very usable to me. They say, oh, it's covered in cement. It doesn't look covered in cement there. I see it on flatbed trucks being sold on pennies on the dollar. This is our money, taxpayer dollars, being sold because Joe Biden doesn't like walls. So he's doing it on pennies of the dollar. He lost, his party lost. The new guy's coming in. He's like the old guy, and America wants that wall built.
So when you said you want to transfer, a peaceful transfer of power, I don't see this as being a peaceful transfer. This is sort of like sabotage. And I'm going to read this other article, and I'm glad that he actually said that last part about what he said just now, because this article that I found, it basically states about that wall. And it basically says why the Biden administration is actually selling part of the border wall, the materials. So you guys saw some of the border wall being hauled off. You saw where people were like, why are you selling it? Because it's good wall. I wanted you to see the actual materials that were there so that you can take your own ideas, because this is what we do here, we get our own information before we go listen to these people, right? You know how we do it. We go get the information, we look with our own eyes, and then we read, and then we say, is this person telling the truth? Because I know my eyes ain't deceiving me. So now check this out, right? President-elect Donald Trump has called on President Joe Biden to halt the sale of unused border wall components originally intended for projects along the U.S.-Mexico border. The materials, including steel boards, recently appeared for sale on govplanet.org, a government surplus auction marketplace. So if you guys want to see these pieces of surplus, you can actually go there, govplanet.org, I'm sure it's .org, and see the actual surplus that's on the marketplace that's available for selling. And then it says, during the news conference Monday, Trump expressed frustration between the Biden administration over the auction, which involved materials left in southern Arizona, after Biden paused wall construction early in his presidency. I'm asking today, Joe Biden, as you already saw, to please stop selling the wall, Trump said, emphasizing the cost of the materials. He accused Biden of increasing expenses by selling the components, just as his administration prepares to resume construction. They said it's very expensive, and now it's about double the price of what it would have been 6 years ago. I have a building management company in New York City. What we do is we handle buildings. So 6 years ago, I ordered about 1,200 boxes of garbage bags. They thought I was crazy. We just ran out of garbage bags. They looking at me now like, and they telling me the same thing that's going on right here, that the prices have doubled on garbage bags. So I can imagine what the prices are now of U.S. steel. We got a lot going on outside, but we're not going to stop. Unc Andy, so the wall was no good. Why is Bannon in jail. We're gonna look into that. That might be on the story tomorrow. Thanks for asking that question. Ataraxia? Okay, ataraxia. I guess the host forgot the fraud that happened when he first tried the war. I don't know what your sentence is not. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go. The auction listings have ignited debate online, with many questioning why materials were sold when Trump campaigned to finish the war. Representative Eli Crane, a Republican from Arizona, told the Daily Wire, which first reported, former Arizona governor said this crucial. All right, cool. So this is what I want you guys to see right here. Why are the materials being sold? You heard the Fox reporter say what his thoughts was, but this is an actual law of why the materials are being sold. Section 2890 of the National Defense Authority Act, introduced by Republican lawmakers in the House. Now, this has been introduced by the Republican lawmakers in the House now. It requires for the Department of Defense to develop a plan to use, transfer, or donate all covered materials purchased for border barrier construction between the fiscal years of 2017 and 2022. The law mandated that the Department of Defense submit a plan to use, transfer, or donate to states on the southern border of the United States all covered materials within 75 days of the National Defense Authorization Act's enactment, and began executing it 100 days later. The process continued until the date on which the Department of Defense is no longer incurring any cost to maintain, store, or protect the covered materials. This led to the eventual sale of portions of the materials through a government planted surplus marketplace. After fulfilling requests, the U.S. Customs and Border Protections are eligible border states transferring nearly 60% of materials. The Department of Defense sold the remaining 40% through a competitive sales contract. It still doesn't say why. It says government planted online auction no longer belongs to the U.S. government, and the DOD has no legal authority to recall the material or stop resale of the material. It says the material is no longer owned. So that's why. It says materials are stopped further resale of material it no longer owns. The Department of Defense told the Arizona Republic in a written statement. Okay, so it's basically not owned by the government anymore, and it's being sold for 30 or 40% at a competitive on a sales contract. But what we found out doing further research is that a lot of Texas officials are now considering buying the surplus panels, because they feel like if you're going to sell it, why don't we just buy it ourselves? And I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me for my reading, because there was a lot of itsy bitsy sentence structures in there, which were more jargon for reading and not for, trying to narrate to you guys. So I appreciate that. Now let's get cooking with some more videos and see what else we got going on here, because there is still a lot going on. And I wanted to cover this part right here, which is Disney. They agreed to a $233 million settlement in a wage theft case. So have they not been paying Mickey? Have they not been paying Pluto?
$133 million, covering roughly 50,000 past and current employees.
That is upsetting. And every corporation should pay, their dues.
Even now, about people choosing, to pay bills or to get food.
Michael Levier has been working for Disneyland for 16 years and says he has co-workers who live in their cars. That's why they celebrated when the voters of Anaheim approved Measure L, which raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour starting in 2019 for companies that get tax rebates from the city. But he says the raise never came. Instead, Disney argued for 5 years the corporation was exempt because it no longer had any tax rebate deals with Anaheim.
They claimed that the $300 million Mickey and Friends parking lot deal that had started in 1997 didn't qualify. They still get a tax benefit from that. Ultimately, the Court of Appeals and the California Supreme Court rejected Disney's argument.
In a statement, a Disneyland spokesperson wrote, quote, "We are pleased that this matter is nearing resolution. Currently, all cast members make at least the Measure L requirement of $19.90 per hour, and in fact, 95% of them make more." A judge still has to approve the settlement, but on average, employees are expected to get back pay and interest in the sum of about $3,600. It's a big payday for Levier, and he hopes a big blow to corporations who ignore the law.
My question is, what other corporations that may be doing this and strong arming and holding back so that, workers don't get their proper wages? And if it's true about some of these guys getting paid $19.90 plus more, how come you're paying out money? And this man right here is saying that you weren't paying him and you actually are paying. And then all of a sudden the swing on the PR is, oh, we're glad that this is coming to an end.
We bring a service that touches people's lives, and it's hard to put like a price on that. But to have people struggling to get by in the ways that they do is just unacceptable.
In Anaheim, Christy Fajardo, Fox 11 News.
And developing news, a Disneyland worker responding tonight to a record settlement following allegations of wage theft at the happiest place on earth. Disney has agreed to fork over more than $230 million in back pay to tens of thousands of employees. Fox 11's Christy Fajardo has more.
Yeah, so I think I saw what you guys put up. I got to read that too because I see you guys are on it right now and I ain't going to miss you. What you said right here. Let's get to the comments real quick. Y'all want y'all to see what's going on. We'll see what y'all talking about. Why is Bannon in jail? I guess the host forgot the fraud. Okay, Roxanne. Anything to slow the Trump's roll. It's all a game to the Dems. The millions that went towards Bannon's yacht. Okay, facts need to have all pros and cons. It's sad the polls hate towards immigration coincide with the Triple K handbook. Alexandria, I cannot say your name. Ataraxia. The wall is not being built like the wall of China. It is such a waste of metal that rusts. Okay, haha, for the didn't say the haha. The billionaire chilling on Mar-a-Lago with Trump. Okay, Ridge, hey, where the FBA's at, fam? The FBA's at, what is that? What's the FBA's? Don't know what that is. Me don't know, man, me don't know. What you talking about now, man? Me not know what you talking about. We got more news to cover. Let me see where we at right now. We done did the Disney. We done did that. Okay, I think we need to get to some more serious news. Baltimore, mass shooting. I mean, this one is like Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto. It's not just like where it's one person. It's not like even that's okay. But this is like 10 people that were in a mass shooting in Baltimore. I'm talking about like hours ago. The officials don't even really know what's going on. But it seems to have happened near a funeral. So I'm trying to see maybe it happened after a funeral procession or maybe, I don't know. But let me see what's going on. Let's see what's going on, y'all. I don't know. Let's see.
Not at this time. We're still working on gathering that information, and we want to make sure that when we do provide that information, that it's accurate and complete. At this time, we're still investigating that. We do know that there's some shell casings at this time, but we're not prepared to talk about that evidence at this time. Yes. One deceased, yes. Yes.
So they're asking questions right now, but he is going to report on what happened.
What we
So
do know
that's
is
why I'm
there
here.
appeared to be some multiple gunshots. It appeared that it was like an ongoing rolling type of gun situation that led up to the funeral home, and it ended right there at the funeral home. So it was along that street and in that location. We don't know that at this time. We're still investigating that and gathering all the information we can. It's still early in our investigation. I'm very sure that we'll be investigating this well into the morning when we can have more daylight and we can look at the scene even more. But our crime lab, our investigators, homicide investigators, our entire team will be working on this throughout the night. I don't know at this time. No, the funeral home appeared to be closed at the time, so we don't believe that it was associated to any type of funeral at that funeral. At this time, we don't know all that. We have to investigate that. So.
One more question, then we're going to finish up here. Anyone else?
Right now, we're trying to, unwind and determine all that stuff. We're working through the evidence. Of course, we're going to have to interview everybody that's involved and speak to all the witnesses and determine the different roles in this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Chief Robert McCullough of Baltimore County Police. We're here to brief you on the incident this evening at 7:12 p.m.
I don't know if you noticed, but this is like pulling teeth getting information from them. Like, for real, dog? You ain't say nothing yet. Like, what's happening? And you whispering, help them people, tell them reporters in Baltimore to get better microphones.
This evening, Baltimore County Police were dispatched to the intersection of Loch Raven Boulevard and White Oak Avenue. That's in the 8500 block of Loch Raven Boulevard. The initial call for service, they spoke of multiple gunshots at that location. Responding officers responded to that location. The first officer that arrived on the scene found a vehicle on its side and in flames. Our officers searched the scene. They found multiple victims and alerted the fire department. The fire department came to the scene and basically took care of the victims at the scene and transported them to the hospital. At this time, we have 10 individuals that have been injured. One's deceased. 9 were transported to the hospital.
Okay, this is why I was holding you guys here, for that important information and the amount of people that got hurt. He is almost worse than I am. I'm getting better at delivering information. I know that and I see it. This guy right here, he need to practice if he gonna be in front of microphones. Cause it was like 3, 4, 5 minutes before he can even tell us what's going on, how it happened, and who got hit. It always happens like that. When cops come on the scene, they run around like Keystone cops, arresting and bothering the wrong people, getting all the wrong information wrong, asking all the wrong stuff, putting people against the wall, bothering people, and don't know what the HNIC that they talking about. How about put more police on the street to actually patrol so a lot of this stuff won't happen? But if you keep taking the police off the street and there's no cars and the criminals see, hey, they can do whatever they want, they're going to do whatever they want. Now, let's see if we might be able to get a little more information about what's going on from this guy.
Right now, our homicide and our Criminal Investigations Bureau are investigating this incident. It appears to be a mass shooting incident. We have multiple persons that are shot. Right now, we're determining the circumstances and the conditions in this case. With me this evening, we have to my right the administrative officer, DeAndrea Walker. Behind me, I have County Executive Johnny Oshesky. To my left, Fire Chief Joe Dixon.
We don't care. We don't care.
Chief Dixon will.
We don't care. We don't care about them. What happened? What happened?
The conditions in this.
What happened?
We know that there's some additional scenes that we're investigating right now where other gunfire took place throughout the neighborhood, and that was evidenced by the multiple calls for service from the neighbors who were calling 911 about the gunshots in the community. There's no threat at this time. We believe this to be a targeted incident. That it was isolated. It appears that the individuals in this case somehow knew one another, and that this incident was intentional and targeted towards the individuals that were involved in this incident.
Okay, I'm taking it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. It seemed like some people had some beef. They started busting off and shooting at each other in a certain place. It got to a mobile bang out, wound up ending at a funeral parlor, and they trying to investigate and find out what's going on. Cause that's it. I don't know. I give up on you. Anybody in the comments know? Y'all can help me out. Let me know. Cause this dude right here, this is worse than word salad. Might as well let Kamala come talk. What I do want to bring back up is what we know now about the Wisconsin shooter, Natalie Rappaport or something like that. She was 15 years old. If you guys Google a name, you're going to see her on Google target practicing. This 15-year-old girl was a shooter. She knew how to sniper. This girl knew how to really get out there and pop, 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 hitting the bullseyes and all of that. Like, she was really good. If you guys, check this out.
Student at a small private Christian school shot and killed 2 people. They say that 15-year-old girl then took her own life.
6 other people were injured. ABC's Jacqueline Lee is live in Madison, where police and the community are still looking for answers. Jacqueline?
Ellen and Colleen, all day long, people have been paying their respects, bringing flowers and candles. And earlier today, a chaplain was here leading a circle of prayers with the community.
A memorial of flowers and candles honoring the victims of the shooting at Abundant Life Christian School. A teacher and a student were killed Monday when police say a 15-year-old girl opened fire with a handgun in a classroom during study hall. Neighbors say this photo, posted on social media in 2023, shows the suspect, police identified as Natalie Ruppnow, who went...
Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm trying to
by Samantha.
Trying to get this to get big so we can actually see this on a larger full screen, but it's not. So we got to take what we can get. Sorry.
Police say she died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
It appears that the motive was a combination of factors. Again, we cannot share that information at this time because we do not want to jeopardize the investigation.
Investigators are looking into social media accounts believed to be the shooters, showing signs of a gravitation towards potential neo-Nazi violence and engagement in forums venerating mass shooters.
There are always signs of a school shooting before it occurred. Some of you have reached out about Ruppnow's social media activity prior to yesterday's shooting. We're looking into her online activity.
They searched her home and are now talking to her parents. The second grader says she was changing her shoes when the gunfire started and had to leave them behind.
I just heard sodding and there was a teacher and she was screaming like, "Ah, my leg, help!"
Bus driver Megan Mojica's son survived a shooting at a school in Waukesha in 2019. She and her co-workers came to the school to pay their respects, saying the trauma will be with this community for a long time.
It brought back all the memories from that day, and I want to definitely show our support for our own community here.
So yeah, 15 years old, school shooter, actually was at the range. I'm talking about this girl wasn't like no regular, having no regular, this was like, and I'm talking about a sniper AR type of, and how did she even get this pistol inside the gun? Inside the school. It's crazy. I don't understand. Okay, what we got here, y'all? Okay, Triaxual News and not Fox. Okay. GP, the hip hop community glorifies getting kilos from the cartel. Okay. Double hash brown, chicken nuggets versus chicken tenders. Mass shootings, but it's none. There you go again. There you go again. Sorry, I can't say that word and I apologize. Double hash brown, chicken nuggets versus chicken tenders. Okay, Reed Goes comment. That racism is what you're standing tall for. Okay, reaccolate funds. Unc Andy mansplaining some BS. Okay, LOL Unc Andy. Kyle Knapp, I don't care her name. I don't care her name. Samantha, okay, all right, y'all. See, y'all got your own thing going on in here, so because I don't understand what's going on in the comments. I try to say your comments, I try to verbally say them so that you can get your light and get your information out there. At the same time, even if you beat me up, I'll let you say what you got to say. I don't care. But if your name is really hard for me to pronounce, I'm just going to put that down from now on. I'm not going to say your name. If it's like something that you said that's real hard for me to pronunciate and I'm going to be fighting with it, I'm not going to be able to say your name. Call me whatever you want. I will say your message and I'll try my best to say your name. But if I can't say it, I apologize. And what I would appreciate if you guys can like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. More Wisconsin information. And this is a little more details about the motive in the shooting.
We know a document has been widely shared on social media. At this time, we cannot verify its authenticity. We have
I found the document.
Detectives working today to determine where this document originated and who actually shared it online. At this time, we cannot verify the document. We ask that you not share the document or spread any information that may be false. Our department will provide an update on this document when we can. There are always signs of a school shooting before it occurred. Some of you have reached out about Rupnow's social media activity prior to yesterday's shooting. We're looking into her online activity. We're asking anyone who knew her or who may have insights into her feelings leading up to yesterday to please contact the Madison Air.
So yeah, and a second grade school teacher is basically who called it in when they heard the pow pow going on. And what's crazy is like she came in, she did it, and turned it on herself and self-inflictedly took herself out of here. I don't know what kind of pain or what kind of torment or what kind of bullying or whatever a person could be going through. But if you guys see signs of anything like that in anybody, reach out to them, have a conversation with them. You know, all of us men, we're not as hard as you think that we are. We'll talk to you. Also, kids, you know, you need to really have conversations with your parents, and parents need to have conversations with your children about what you may be feeling, and like have real good discussions about how you can handle stuff like that, because a lot of this stuff starts at home. You know, a lot of it starts at home. Lastly, I want you guys to see this right here. This is Donald Trump taking questions about, you know, different various topics. He goes in on, he's got questions about, you know, issues with, what's that? The lawsuit. He's got stuff talking about the wall. He's talking about Biden and all of this stuff. So just wanted you guys to see what he has to say. If you haven't already seen where Trump took a couple of questions about 34 more days now until his second term and what he says he's going to be doing.
We need, it's very important, and we need borders, we need walls, but we need borders, and we need fair elections. I'm doing this not because I want to. I'm doing this because I feel I have an obligation to. I'm going to be bringing one against the people in Iowa, their newspaper, which had a very, very good pollster who got me right all the time. And then just before the election, she said I was going to lose by 3 or 4 points, and it became the biggest story all over the world because I was going to win Iowa by 20 points. The farmers loved me, and I loved the farmers. And it was interesting the way she did it. She brought it down 2 weeks before. She said I was going to only win by 4. That was a big story. But that was good because she brought it down from like 22 points to 4 or whatever the number was. Way up, an easy win. Never even thought to go there. I respect them, I love them, and they understand there's no reason to go there.
Here's the problem with what ABC News did over this past weekend. Trump filed a defamation lawsuit against George Stephanopoulos and ABC for comments that the anchor made, specifically saying that a jury found that Trump had raped E. Jean Carroll. That's slightly off. In actuality, the jury found Trump liable for sexual abuse, but the judge in that case, Judge Lewis Kaplan, said, quote, "The finding that Ms. Carroll failed to prove that she was raped within the meaning of the New York penal law does not mean that she failed to prove that Mr. Trump raped."
Yeah, I don't want to use your footage because I know how you get down. I know how you rock. Peace. That's on one part as far as the lawsuit. This right here, I wanted you guys to see what he had to say about Oh, it looks like we got a commercial coming up. I wanted you guys to see what he had to say about the rest of the stuff that I said, because he did talk about a few more other things.
Apple CEO Tim Cook. I did have dinner with Tim Cook. I had dinner with sort of almost all of them, and the rest are coming. And this is one of the big differences, I think, between, we were talking about it before, one of the big differences between the first term. In the first term, everybody was fighting.
All right, we're not going to fight with the internet either. In the first term, everybody was fighting. In this term, they're not. He's been able to have a lot of people come and a lot of people to sit down with. As you can see, it seems as if his strategy is to have some sort of a bipartisan cabinet and people that can work together. Let's see if it works. I don't know. I'm calling everything out from now on. I'm not going to pick one side. Whatever I see, if it smells like boo-boo, it's boo-boo. Because, you know, one of my sayings is you can't pour syrup on shh and make it pancakes. Because once you bite into it, it's still going to be real talk. And we got to stay fair. We got to stay true to who we are. We got to, you know, not just be one-sided here. That's not cool. Thank you for being a kinder dude. Thanks, Eminem. And Mr. or Miss, damn gun just went off and its own, I guess, on its own, I guess. Lydia Martin, Trump has his hands full, doesn't he? Alex Ataraxia. Host, I have a speech impediment myself. I understand word can be difficult to speak. Same reason that I had the patience for Biden. Oh, I understand that people who stutter take longer to say a sentence. Mr. or Miss Green. Biden may have had a stuttering problem, but there was more going on than that, my guy. Okay, Ataraxia, you're going to be one of my favorite subscribers. I hope you have subscribed to the channel, because you know why? You are interactive, and I like people that are interactive and that leave comments and that are and interact with everybody else. And your last comment is, Ataraxia, it says, and Trump will be the oldest president we've ever had. Well, how come Biden is acting like the oldest president that we ever had? Can't get right, stumbling everywhere, pardoning everybody, covering up stuff, which seems like, why would you be giving out pardons preemptively? Can I get one? I mean, come on. But y'all already know what I'm going to say, because it's a wrap for today. And you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. I'm not going to even try to sell you nothing. Nope, I'm not going to sell you no alcohol. I'm not going to sell you no hoodies. But what I'm going to try to sell you on is, please subscribe to the channel. Let's like the channel. And please put on notifications so when I come on again, you guys can be notified. I'm learning more about YouTube. The notifications are very important because they notice it. So I'm not asking for no money. No money. Just like, I would appreciate it. Share. I would like for you to subscribe. Even if I gotta wait a second. I'll wait right here for y'all to go like it. Come on. How many people we got in here? We got 144 people. Can I get 20 likes? I don't even want a lot. Can I get 20 likes? That's it. So that means, boop. And then everybody gonna be like, oh, Bugatti got 20 likes. Ooh, he the man, he got 20 likes. Oh my God. This is why I'm saying I come here, I have fun. Look, tears really coming down my eyes. These are tears of joy because I love coming here with you guys, and y'all saw that, it's all real. I'm a punk. Y'all think that I'm hard. I'm not. I'm a Pisces. My birthday's on St. Patrick's Day. So don't even try it and think I'm on no hard crap. I love people and I love for things to go great. And I'm really a good animal buff. If you like pit bulls and dogs, oh, you really got me with that. Hopefully I'll start going out soon. Tell me if you guys think that that'd be cool. I'll go out to the Bull. I'll go hang out in Times Square. I'll start asking people questions about all of the topics that we cover. What do you guys think about me getting out there with the microphone and talking to some people and really making some stuff happen? We're going to also do some pranks on my stepfather because he's just so gullible, it's not even funny. I mean, I'm going to give him a piece of brownie and we're going to act like it's infused and make him think that he's high. But until we do stuff like that, I hope you guys enjoy the channel. I hope you guys stick with me. And I appreciate all of you for coming and interacting. Your comments and everything that you're doing to be here, I appreciate you. I might not even read it, but thank you. I'm not reading it now, but I promise you, when it comes up in the queue tonight, I'm going to be responding back to the stuff, and I will be responding to your comments. So until tomorrow, until we get some more great content, like I always tell you guys, you could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So get 'em. One. Didn't even try to sell you nothing.